Welcome to our YouTube channel, Mama Chow and Spicy Wonton. This is episode 21, and we are going to continue with last week's episode, the theme about Chinese customs officers. Last week we talked about my late father and my own experience, and today we have a whole episode for Mama Chow's experience. It's very similar but different. Again, dealing with customs and Chinese names. So, Mama Chow, you want to take it off?
Hello, everyone. Okay, from previous episode, we have talked about getting in and getting out of China. This problem with your name, with procedures. Now I'm going to talk about how to get a Chinese visitor's visa from abroad, to apply a visa.
It's to get into China, basically. To travel into
China.
China, you need a visa.
Yeah, okay. I remember I've applied visa many times. Just this once, I went to a Chinese consulate.
What year was this? 2000 something?
2000 something, in the 2000s, yeah. So I went to there to get a number, sit down and waiting for them to call my name to getting a visa with my foreign passport other than Chinese. So I approached the counter. The officer was a young guy, young Chinese guy. He looked at my passport. The first thing he asked, because I'm Chinese, look like Chinese. What is your Chinese name? Again, my answer, just like your answer and your father's answer. My Chinese name has nothing to do with my passport, especially for me. I have different first name. Since I come to a foreign country, I have English name, first name. I have different last name after getting married. So my first name, last name, all different. I said, my Chinese name has nothing to do with my passport. That doesn't matter. We need your passport, no, your Chinese name. So I wrote down my Chinese name in Chinese. I was talking to him in Chinese.
Okay, in fluent Mandarin.
In fluent Mandarin, yeah. So he looked at my application form. We have to fill the form. He looked at the name. He did not say anything. And he looked at the form. He said, okay, you have these countries' passport. What is your previous passport? I said, what do you mean by previous passport? Because I was born in Shanghai, China. So he was asking, what is your Chinese passport?
Right. But obviously he doesn't understand history, right? Because depending on when you left China, whether he had documentation or not, you're a refugee. There was no passport back then.
But he did not know when I left China. There's no
right.
I left China. So
but that's irrelevant. That's also, I mean, is that a question on the form?
No, they did not say when do you leave China.
But did they say what is your previous passport or previous identification?
Yes, they said the previous ID. So I write Hong Kong ID.
Right, because you escaped to Hong Kong. Yeah.
Yes. So I asked him, I said, how old are you? He said, it's nothing to do with the question I asked you. I said, absolutely, there's relation. I said, you look like, he did not tell me his age. I said, you look like late 20, right?
Yeah. He's getting a lesson from Mama Chow.
Yeah, I always like to give people lessons. I said, you are very young. You should go back, ask your grandma in the late 50 or early 60. Is there a passport called Chinese passport?
They didn't even have one. They didn't invent one back then.
I don't think so. You have a piece of paper, you can leave your permission to leave China. I said, you are too young. I don't blame you. You don't know. Go ask your grandma. I when I leave China, there's a term called refugee, refugee.
Yeah.
But I was not refugee. I got official paper, special permission from back then Beijing. We have special
From the
connection
government. Yeah.
from the government. So we left China legally, but without a passport. We have no passport.
Yeah,
Coming to
and
China,
according to Wikipedia, they or AI search, they had passports beginning in 1950, but very limited. And they didn't start issuing until maybe 1979.
so we never heard of it.
Yeah.
Even your grandpa, my
Hmm.
sister, my grandma, they left the year before we left. They had no passport, just piece of paper. Go to China, go to Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So that's what I told him. I have no passport. I'm not a refugee. I have paper, piece of
Right.
paper. What are I talking about? And Hong Kong CI, you know what the CI mean? Certificate
Certificate of
of
identity.
Identity.
Yeah.
There is no passport either. So what do you mean everybody should have passport? Because most people apply visa back to China. They are from China lately. They
Yeah.
all have Chinese passport, but
Right.
I don't. It doesn't mean I'm not illegal, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So he has nothing to say. Then he looked at my name. He want to put the information
Hmm.
into the computer,
Yeah,
a
because they want to
database.
track all the Chinese people everywhere and in the entire world, all their names. They want to track. Yeah.
So I was waiting, but he encountered one problem. When he looked at my name, he doesn't recognize this Chinese character, one
Yeah.
more Chinese character of my name. Then he asked me, "What is this word?" I said, "I beg your pardon? 对不起，你说什么?" He said, "I cannot recognize this word. This is my name. You want my name? I
Yeah,
give
that's
you
not
my
my
name."
problem if you can't recognize
Yeah,
the word.
yeah. I said, "Oh, too bad. You are not qualified to represent your country. You don't even know Chinese.
Yeah.
Your country should send somebody else who knows
Right.
Chinese."
Right.
So he said, "I cannot put into database. I don't know your name. That's too bad. It's your problem.
Yeah.
I'm here to apply a visa,
Yeah.
not be here and like you're a Chinese literature teacher. I don't have a responsibility to teach you
Yeah.
how this works."
Teach you a language that you should know since you're representing the country. Yeah.
But okay, honestly, my name, this word, you cannot find in Chinese dictionary. Only in Cihai,
Okay.
the old Asian huge dictionary.
Uh-huh.
Is older word. They don't have this
Yeah.
word anymore.
Well, mine is also old. My name is older. But I
Yeah,
think it might be in a dictionary, but it's
yeah,
older.
your word is complicated, right? But it's still in the dictionary.
Okay.
Also, I said, just ask your supervisor or manager. Maybe
Hmm.
they know. So he called his manager out
Hmm.
before he can put in computer.
Yeah.
This lady came out,
Yeah.
is older than him,
Yeah.
but not too old. Maybe
Okay.
40s, in the 40s. She looked at my name.
Hmm.
She did not say anything. Okay, by the way, when I argue with him
Uh-huh.
about the
Yeah, I was
procedure,
gonna t ask you about that. Yeah.
yeah, the other people waiting for the application,
Yeah.
waiting, sitting on the
They're sitting
chair,
in the same room with you. Yeah.
yeah, they're laughing because I was talking very loud. They're
Yeah.
laughing. The
Because you
guy
were
feel
you were
embarrassed.
mocking him and making him feel embarrassed. Did he look embarrassed? He should be embarrassed.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Especially when I said I'm not a teacher. I refuse to teach you my name. So the lady came out. She looked at my name.
Uh-huh.
I guess apparently she doesn't know either because not everybody knows this word. I don't blame them, but it's
Yeah.
not my duty, right?
Yeah.
So you know what she said? She said, "Give her the visa. We deal with this problem later."
Uh-huh.
So apparently she doesn't know.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's the whole story about how to getting into China with the visa. I got my visa, but
Yeah.
when I go to China this time with this visa, no
Yeah.
problem. There's no
So
problem
then,
there.
but then, oh, we got an interloper. Okay, in the background. Okay, they left. So when you, um, After you got your visa, didn't you do something? You turn around and
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I got my visa.
Uh-huh.
I walk out door. I go like this. I win. People laugh at the end. I should not do that. I'm pretty bad. You
Yeah, I
know.
mean, you were a little tight, even though you did that, you back of your mind, you were concerned. Maybe you get blacklisted.
Yeah, I was concerned, but I did not. Hopefully next time I will not be black because this.
I doubt it. It was a long time ago, but anyway, okay, so this was a continuation of our visa stories, never ending, when and if we go back
You
to
know, the
China,
funny thing is,
we'll see if they ask for our names again. Yeah.
the funny thing is, everything we talk about podcast is our actual experience.
Yeah,
It's not story. It's not other people.
I
This is
know.
how we experience though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we go when and if we go back to China, we'll see if this comes up again about our names.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Thank you
Bye.
for listening. Bye.